Good morning, Vlogmas day 13. We are getting ready to run a few errands, possibly get a pedicure. My toes are, you know, daggers. That's what my husband said. So, we're headed out the house. Gonna do stuff and things. I did find Ian a psychiatrist. They are all the way in Dallas though. Sad, no quick trips to the doctor anymore. But it is what it is. And I will explain more about the situation when I get home. So I got my pedicure. I got lunch, as you saw. I also got Casey a Christmas present. I'm super excited. He doesn't know. And now I have to keep myself from telling him. That's going to be the hard part. Because I'm a teller. I like to give people their gifts as soon as I get them. Alright, so I re-signed up for Sephora Play. And let's see what we got this month. Oh, so they now come in Ziploc bags instead of cloth bags. I kind of like that. A sugar lip balm. Nice. I like the sugar lip balms. This is caramel scented. A Bumble and Bumble Dry Spun Texturizing Spray Thickening. I don't know if I need that. One of my favorite mascaras ever. The Tarte Lights Camera Lashes. Oh, it's a lip pencil. That confused me because it looks like it doesn't have a lid. Ooh, I got the Cooling Matte Skin Peachy Primer. I actually wanted to try that, so that's actually cool. I got a Rogue Gel Lip, a Rouge. No, that's Rogue. No, that's Rouge. Whatever, Rouge Gel Lip Liner from Sephora in like a brown color. Oh, the bonus this month was an extra trial size. So that's why there wasn't a foil packet. Interesting. And of course the 50 beauty points. So I will put this with my mascara stash because I have a back stock of mascara, which actually includes a lot of samples of this mascara because I had a bunch of points saved up and they had it as a 100-point perk. I wish the lip balm would have been one of the tubed lip balms, but I'll still use it. The only thing I'm unsure about is the texturizing spray. Poorly explained yesterday. My son and I have been going to basically an MHMR because our insurance offers so few psychiatrists covered. And that was the closest one to our house. Well, when we transferred in 2 years ago, it was eye-opening. They don't prescribe controlled substances for adults, so I couldn't get anxiety meds. I could no longer get ADHD meds, which I have rapidly noticed becoming an issue in the past 2 years. My psychiatrist actually told me that ADHD is not a problem with adults. I'm like, okay, tell that to me and the numerous other adults I know who have ADHD. And then Ian's doctor, I've not been happy with recently, but it was part of those things like, do we change, do we not change? There's not that many providers. And then once I actually started calling the doctors that actually provide for children, there was even fewer than I thought. They weren't in that practice. So there was 2 pages, and the first page were all within the MHMR system. the second page had a whole other system, so I tried to call it, and they were just a psychiatric hospital. So that left 3 providers. I called 2 of them multiple times today. No answer, no voicemails, no nothing. Well, they had things that answered that said, hey, we're not available right now, try back later. And then I called the third one, which is going to be at least an hour away. And I was like, well, this is my last shot. I got it. And they answered right away. And I was like, well, I guess we're going to try this practice. So there's that. And he goes the end of January. I go the middle of January to my new doctor. We're no longer in the same practice. We're no longer even seeing doctors in the same town. It's a bit eye-opening. And the worst part is, we don't have cheap insurance. It's not the most expensive insurance out there. And yes, we go through the marketplace because through my husband's work would cost nearly our mortgage payment. How could people afford that? That is ridiculous. So we'll see how this goes, and I will update in January. I guess what I forgot to explain is why we had to change. So MHMR has government funding. Well, because we have private insurance, we've just gone in and paid our copay. Well, they've decided to basically penalize us from this point on for having private insurance, and they want us to pay a mapping fee on top of it every 60 to 90 days to go in and see a case manager to help decide our treatment plan. I'm like, we don't see anybody else in your practice. We don't see any therapist in your practice. We don't need a case manager. We literally only see a psychiatrist. We have been patients there for 2 years. This is not necessary. And it wasn't a small fee either. It was $70 per person. And I'm like, no, that's unacceptable. So you're basically punishing people who have private insurance now for having private insurance and making a decent living. I guess. I don't know. And while I understand people, I have been an MHR patient with no insurance. I was a crisis patient in 2012 in Denton County. I did the 90-day crisis program. They paid for my hospital stay. They paid for 90 days worth of medications. I saw how the treatment plan works when you have a case manager, a therapist, a social worker, all of those things. And I was grateful for that. But I'm stable. My son is stable. We don't need those things, and I don't feel like I should be penalized and made to pay for things that I don't need. He doesn't need. And pushing everybody to do that is unfair. Because what if there are patients who aren't like Ian and I, who don't have the luxury of a car, who can take them to a provider? Like, they have to get rides, so they have to go close to home, or they don't have the luxury of a job that can let them take off a longer time to commute to a longer away doctor's appointment. That system is broken. And not only, I spent 2 hours on the phone with them. I spoke to underlings, middle management, and suddenly when I asked to speak to the director who put the system in place, that person was unable to talk to, and they passed my message along. Well, that was interesting. But she's hurting families because some people with private insurance are not going to be able to afford their fees to see case managers. And I think it's bullshit. So I'm going to try to do something different in editing. I'm going to try to insert some footage up here of my daily evening routine, which is talking to one of my best friends on FaceTime. And we're going to see if that works. And if it does, you'll see it.
This is what I go outside and smoke in.
And if it doesn't,
here, there's no shame
then
in
this
it.
clip won't be here at all.
Let your warmers. It's fucking cold outside. Oh, sorry, you're gonna have to bleep that out. But it's too cold!
Holy poo on toast, guys. I actually successfully did it. I inserted the clip in the clip. In the clip, yeah. I have no idea if you found that exciting like I do, but it's something new I learned. Alright, so it is the end of day 13. I will see you on day 14. I have no clue what's happening tomorrow, but we will see.